Hello, my lovely. Welcome back to 1111. All right, you guys, we are going to pull some cards. Now, just so you know, if you're new here, I am not a psychic. I don't foretell the future. I'm not a medium. I don't talk to the dead. And you're like, then what do you do? All I do is I have a relationship with God. I think most people do. And I can read tarot cards really, really good. The only thing I do differently than a lot of tarot readers is I only allow, through my own words, to have God guide me. And so there's no other spirits, there's no whatever guiding me. I only use my cards to communicate with God. And so I figure God's pretty powerful and I trust him a lot. I'd like to see what's going on from the get-go. We've done quite a few readings on Nolan Wells. I would like to see what actually happened that whole day. So when we get to the boat ride, which we will, we'll understand more as well if it happened. If it's on the island, I would like to see that. I would like to understand what are the energies surrounding the day that Nolan Wells went out to Horn Island. And that being said, after this live, I'm going to shuffle a couple more times, just make sure the energy is nice and clean. After this, I'm going to go ahead, do a live, and we'll start off with everybody, and then we're going to switch it over to our members live to continue to ask the questions. And so that way everybody gets a turn. All right, my lovelies, here we go. We have got the Eight of Pentacles, which is a working card. It's something done repetitive. It can mean career. It can mean something you practiced a lot. That guy's made, 8 coins, all the same. And then we have something work-related or repetitive that ends up not going as expected. So you would not expect a fish in the cup. So there's something that went unexpected that day. And it's a feminine energy, a definite feminine energy. That's what we get every time I do a reading. So let me come up to top side and explain these cards a little bit. So if you're not into tarot reading, cards are just paper. And tarot is not about the paper or the card. Tarot is about an energy. You could call upon the dark side if that's your thing. I call upon Jesus Christ, my Savior, to communicate with me. All right? So you're in a safe spot. So we have 8 of Pentacles. When God shows me this, it's telling me that this is something that is a repetitive energy, meaning this guy has already made 7. He's on his 8th one. He's creating the same thing duplicated over and over again. And his work, that he's mastering something. So could there have been on the 4th of July, where a lot of people are doing different things, could there have been something that was more like a honeypot? You feel me? Like, how do I want to put it? If you're familiar with the Jay Slater case, you know what a honeypot is. It's a sweet little thing that's working the crowd and making, bang, making bucks while she's distributing. Okay? Because this is work. And it's the 4th of July holiday. Then I've got something that's unexpected right here. Very unexpected. You never expect that you're going to have a goldfish in your cup. And this can be something where you're offering a goldfish in a cup and the person's like, I don't want a fish in a cup. That don't sound good. So it's something that's not a sweet deal. I find that interesting that we have the work card and that it's a stinky offer. As if this is almost corrupt or toxic offer or toxic work. That's what that could mean. Unexpected toxic work. It leads me right into the Empress, which is this beautiful Empress. She is technically giving birth, if you will, not necessarily pregnant, but pregnant with energy of something that's going to explode. So, like Gabby Petito often got this card, even though she had passed away at the time. And that was because she was about to be found manually strangled by her boyfriend, which would then set in motion a worldwide movement for DV, right? For us to become more aware. So she was often getting this, and everybody questioned, was she pregnant? Well, it turned out that it was about this birth of this thing. So in a sense, it's a feminine energy, but it's about something much bigger than the person. It's an energy of exploding information, of exploding knowledge, can be worldwide. And we do have that in the Nolan Wells case. So what is this connection that I'm being shown when I'm asking about this incident with Nolan Wells? Is I'm getting the Eight of Pentacles, like I said, work related, something done repetitive, right? I'm getting this not such a cool offer, and I'm getting this feminine energy. It almost makes me feel like there's a feminine that's out there working the crowd like a honeypot. Let's get back over to the board and continue. All right. Let's see what else comes up. We're going to slide them right up to the tip top. I'm going to pull my chat back over here so I can read it while we do this. All right, let me continue. What else do we need to see about Ace of Cups self-love? Somebody protecting themselves. So, what is this work, this toxic work, please? Show me what this toxic work is. The Devil, yeah, it's toxic. So this can be addiction. It can be, it's usually something you're addicted to, whether it's a person, a thing, a place, drugs, doesn't matter. This is telling me this is toxic. So show me who this female is. Crossing energy of this female that crosses Nolan's path. Has this toxic work. Show me if what this is with this feminine. And it lands him in death. It's wow. So I'm qualifying what this person we talked about is doing that's repetitive, that feels like work. Eight of Pentacles is about career, finances, money, a job, how you make your money. It's something you do all the time. You get up, go to work, come home, go to bed. Get up, go to work, come home, go to bed, right? It's repetitive work. He's mastered something by doing it over and over again. But then, what kind of work? I'm saying to you, this Page of Cup with the fish in the cup is toxic. It's a toxic offer. I qualify it. And we get the Devil card, which is attachment, addiction, toxic. So this is toxic work. When I'm qualifying the female, the feminine energy, she's getting the Death card, scorpionic energy. Is it a real death? It would appear so, because Nolan is no longer with us because he passed away. Doesn't mean in the tarot that it's a passing? No. It can mean full physical death. Often it means a transformation. But when you're doing true crime and you know the victim's dead, it leaves you wondering. Now the question then is the female lying to cover it up? Because she's the one that got the Devil. She's the one. Nobody else. Right? We got this toxic. And this is a self-cup of love. Let's get back over and continue the reading. We put the cards down so that we can come back to them as we need to. And we're going to put them back the way that they came out so that we continue to understand. Welcome back, Tracy Gear. Hi, Cindy Clark. Hey, Jenny Bill, Nikki UK. Good to see you, my lovelies. Miss Jennifer Swang. Good to see you. How's everybody doing? All right. Let me understand more about this toxic feminine career or something. We have the King of Wands, which technically is the one you don't trust. This is somebody that's slick. They've got the salamanders on their cloak, all over it. And you can't hold on to them, right? Because they're slick like that salamander. They also can, be very charismatic, egotistical. The King of Wands, I always refer to it as, that person. You're not going to want to put all your trust in here. This can be a drug dealer. This is somebody that is slick, that can be trickery, and they hold a lot of power. They're a king. Let's go back and see what else we got. So now we have this King of Wands. Hey, Maria, good to see you. Okay, let's continue a little bit further. The deck is in reverse, so we'll flip it. So defending oneself. So there's this taking, he's facing the self-couple love. He's defending himself in the sense of protecting how far he's come. He's protective of something. Did Nolan see something he shouldn't have? It led to abandonment. Being left out in the cold. Almost as if they were worried that no one would tell on them. No one would speak. King of Swords is all about speaking your truth. It's all about that sword, words, sword, and it's upright. So the King of Swords can be the King of Truth as well. This person's saying, come at me, but keep it upright. Keep it upright. Meaning, don't go sideways on me. Don't be coming at me silly. Come at me straight. This is somebody that believes in doing things lawfully, that believes in doing the right thing. And this could be Nolan. The King of Swords is somebody that will speak their truth. I'm asking if Nolan saw something. I'm getting that King of Swords. What did he see or have knowledge of that this became the problem, right? They didn't want him to talk. Whatever this knowledge is, justice. They may have even been fearful that no one was going to tell some higher ups, but we got the judge. I don't know what judge. I have no idea. But it's somebody that's making a judgment call. Not necessarily the judge, but we have a judge. And that's strange to me that we have no one and we have this judgment like he was weighed and measured and found to be a truthful speaker, which made him defend himself in some way or become protective of himself. Is there knowledge that Nolan found out something? Did Nolan see something? So we have a boat. And as always, that's a bit of a problem when that's the biggest question in the whole case is, did Nolan get on the boat or a boat? And did he travel? This is telling me that there is a boat ride. There's definitely a boat ride. And the swords are down, meaning there's no conversation at that point. So now we got Nolan leaving the island, but with who? Who's he leaving with? Put it mental imprisonment. This is giving somebody is racked in their head. They're locked in their own head about something. And it could be words, communication, or knowledge. All swords, which is intellect and cutting to the truth. Ace of Wands were right on the money. So was no one harmed by someone? The Emperor. This goes high up. Over a female. So the boss over a female. Why did that go back in my other hand? All right, so there's some defense here. Was there a fight? Lies, cheater, thiefer. There's definitely lying going on. Over defense, protecting. It's telling me that the female is defending herself by lying. Let me grab a drink. Is the female being dishonest? In the Nolan Wells case, is the female, and y'all know if you know, is the female being dishonest in the case? That's like getting 100% to protect the family, the legacy, and where they get their money from. Was the female witness to Nolan having harm done to him? Did the female witness Nolan having harm done to him? King of Pentacles, we got Daddy Warbucks, right? Somebody's got a little money. I'm just going to throw it out there. Mac Daddy, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. We do have somebody with money, a lot of money. King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the seed they planted something. Is this case with Nolan? Okay, let me put it this way. Let me ask it a little stronger. Was Nolan's death the response, was a female responsible for the death of Nolan Wells? We have the two, a decision. So she wasn't responsible, but what her decision was, whatever her decision was, is. So we have a group of people. So a group of people made the decision. A group of 3 or more. 3, it seems like. 3 of Pentacles. Okay, hold on. One of the cards went down into the dog's bed. Okay. So 3 people that betrayed Nolan. Because he knew something. He had clarity. The sun is knowledge. The sun is seeing the light, seeing clearly the truth. And they wanted to suppress this. This is greed. This is holding something back. Holding back the truth, perhaps. The clarity. And it could be drugs. This is overabundance. It's 9 of Cups. I mean, can you imagine doing 9 shots? This could be intoxicants that are not legal. And that left him in a nightmare he couldn't wake up from. I'm not saying other people don't have something to do with it, but I'm just so hung up on the female in the case because it always comes out female. Let's clear the deck. We'll ask just a couple more questions here about this female And the mother didn't even know Katie. The boys didn't know Katie. I'm not saying the boys aren't lying. Keep that in mind. All right. But nobody knew Katie. So why is Nolan allegedly cradling Katie? And I'm not blaming Katie. I'm not saying she did a darn thing wrong or her family. I'm just curious, asking questions. Show me this Katie energy when it comes to Nolan. Show me her energy when it comes to Nolan. Regret. That would be no matter what. Spilled cups. So this can be witness. This is education. It's learning something. It's seeing something. Page of Swords is often a witness, a regretful seeing of something. So this is suggesting when I'm talking about Katie, whoever that is, right? Not naming a last name. There's 1,000 Katies. There's billions of Katies, right? So in this situation, I'm speaking about this Katie, right? And this would suggest, if I were going by what the tarot is saying and what God's showing me through this message, is that this is a regretful witness. And is it that Katie saw something that happened to Nolan, or is it that Nolan saw something that ended up being regretful? Let's qualify that. I'd like to see us get a little deeper into this. Yes, a female comes up from the very first reading. Exactly. High Priestess. This is a secret. So the High Priestess, she's the one that knows it all, but it's a feminine energy that knows what really happened. I'm talking about Katie, and the High Priestess comes up, a feminine energy. This card technically would mean the one that knows and doesn't speak of it, that keeps it a secret. Again, feminine energy. Did Nolan see a rug deal go down? And if you don't know what a rug is, it's because add a D to the first part of it because of YouTube. I can't just say it. All right, we got a little bit of a story. So we have this, Queen of Swords, which is all about somebody that's very analytical. She doesn't go with her feelings. She goes with analytical. She thinks things through. She makes appropriate decisions, but she's also reliable. And this is almost as if her sword is straight up and down, and she's saying, come at me, come tell me the truth, but keep it straight up. So there's some sort of truth being shown at this point forward. All right, because we've got the story of young Nolan Wells. I wish we had a good ending, right? But we don't. All right, so Star. This is about getting too much attention. This is, star of the show. It's the focus. It's something. And we have land and water. Very interesting, right? When we're on an island. The star is Aquarius energy. But you can see the main focus is the star, the one getting attention. And then we have this attention causing this person's passing with betrayal because it's in their back. It's not in their front. It's not in their side. It's in the back. The back is considered betrayal because the person doesn't even see it coming. And not only is it one time in the back, but all 10 swords are in the back. It's absolutely over-the-top betrayal. So what we're doing here is we're talking about something very truthful about getting too much attention that was overkill. An overreaction, if you will, a betrayal. And then we have this turbulence back here and cutting something else. So something went berserk. And in that, we have this legacy that this has happened time and time and time again. Like through generations. This is repetitive behavior. And it's hidden. We have this shady moon. You can't see real good. on a moon night. In the day, you can see clear. You get the sun. But when you got the star and the moon, this is something that is being hidden. Got the high priestess, this is hidden. And this is getting too much attention on something, and they had to take out the risk. They had to remove a risk, which I believe Nolan was their risk. Danny, 3 months as a member. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. All right, let's understand one more question, and then we're going to head over and give it to all of our beautiful subscribers and members to ask any questions they would like. Show me the person that is responsible for Nolan's death, please. Who is ultimately responsible for Nolan's death? The devil. Well, it's the tower. I thought it was the devil. Told you I'm not psychic. Okay, so this is unexpected. This is something that just exploded, and it had to do with work. It had to do with work, a career, cutting something out that has to do with money. We have Archangel Michael saying protection of children. Look, that's still up. Where was that? Yeah. Let's go ahead. I put those in wrong. I tried to put them back in right, so we won't count those. Hmm. Hmm. Deep feelings and a decision. Was this like, I'm just going to ask the question real quick, and then I said I was going to do that, but I'm going to put this all back. I want to know if possibly Katie's ex, maybe just coincidentally, happened to be at the island and got mad at Nolan for cradling Katie. Let's just see. Did Katie's ex do anything to Nolan? Ah, we got the burdens. Oh, we got the 10 to 10. Now we're talking. All right. Something's going on here. Again, the legacy card, 10 burdens. Could Katie's ex-boyfriend be jealous of Nolan? A plan. Energy's coming out. What is going on, man? New beginning, but it got laid to rest. So it's almost as if there's this page that's talking about, hey, you better cut that out. I will protect what we had in the past. The Chariot, the self-love, the decision to talk to Nolan was a bad idea because maybe Katie had an ex on the island or something. We have that drug dealer on speed dial. Look, king to king. King to king. Abandonment. The high priestess is the secrets. Virgo. And there's that fight, altercation with somebody that's the boss. Okay? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, that's about as deep as I can. Yeah, I thought it was the devil card. It looked like the devil card, but it was the tower. Did this have anything to do with Nolan's sporting career in football? Did Nolan's death regret? Did Nolan's death have anything to do? No, it had to do with the lovers, you guys. And the offer that he made to her. Yeah, it has to do with the lovers. I can't get off that. It keeps leading me back to the feminine in the reading always, no matter what. I even asked, does it have to do with the sporting event? We got the lovers card, Gemini energy, meaning that often is showing me that there could be a third party, somebody that wants to come between the two lovers because it's a decision. Twos are about making a choice. We will dig deeper. Did Katie have an ex? And could that, whether he's black or white, not my business. I'm here to get justice for Nolan no matter what the truth is. I do not have an agenda other than wanting the truth for Nolan. And I pray for him. I pray for his parents. And I pray for anybody that is innocent in the Nolan Wells case. All right? With that, are you ready? We're going to jump over. Let me get this started. Let me get it up on the screen. And we'll get ready for our next live together here. I got to switch out chat. So, yeah, thank you, Nikki, for tuning in. Thank you all. Okay, hold on. I just shut chat down, just so you know. I appreciate the replay. I appreciate the live audience. We're going to switch over. So if you want to jump ahead, you can certainly do so. We're going to jump off here. I'm just getting things ready ahead of time as far as I can because there's a lot of buttons clicking to be able to do a switch over the way that I have to do on YouTube. Let me get that. I got the new chat open from the next live. And we'll be starting pretty quick. Now, the way we're going to do it today, you guys, is, hold on, I got to click the right button. We're going to try something new that YouTube is suggesting that I try, which is we're going to start off giving it to everybody, subscribers, everybody. But I also want to thank my beautiful members. So the next live will go with the subscribers. They can ask their questions. I'll pull the answers. And then midway, I'm going to hand it over to our beautiful members to ask the questions. Hopefully, I do all the button pushing right. But I should be coming back on in about 5 minutes. I'm going to take the dog's potty real quick. And then we'll get back together. Jack's licking my arm. And, all right. Let me see here. Where is our there it is. I couldn't find the closer. Jack, Mom can't click the button. He's literally nudging my arm. All right. I'm going to take him potty, and then I'll be right back with you. Get your questions posted ahead of time, because I scroll all over the place. Okay, Jack, I'm coming. I'm coming. You're so silly. You silly puppy. You gotta go potty? When my eyes are closed in the shadows, my enemies will think they won, but I'm here.